Hi everybody, and welcome to another trip down the garden with Mystic Veg. So we're near the end of March, and it's not warm today, but I'm not going to start going on about don't put things in the ground, even though I haven't. But it's definitely warming up, and the minimum overnight temperature in the polytunnel has been 8 degrees, so I'm happy with that. So Tracey's going to show you what she's been planting later, and I'm going to do a little tour of the garden just to show you that everything that's started to bud or whatever. And I always think it's a reassuring sign that your garden is operating as it should do. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the worst bit here, and that is that we bought 3 crowns, I think they're called, of rhubarb, and that one growing no problem at all. And I had these plastic bottles over the top of them because I was bothered about the weather, and I just thought, blimey, I don't know how much we spent on these, but the other 2 haven't grown at all, you see. So I just came down here this morning just to have a look, and I pulled up one of the rhubarb sticks, if you like, that I'd put in, and discovered that I'd planted it upside down and it had started growing downwards, and the same with that one, when it should look like that. So you learn by your mistakes, but to be honest, I just, when I planted it, I thought, oh yeah, that's definitely the right way up, but obviously I was wrong. So, signs of life. This is one of our apple trees. Lots of buds on it, which is great. I have sort of cleared the hedge a bit just to get a bit more light in, because obviously that helps. Here, and the fencing again is because of, guess who? I got my raspberry canes yesterday, so I've just shoved them in, and I got some strawberry plants as well, which I'll show you in a minute. But I ordered 12 and I got 14, so I've stuck a couple in here somewhere, just because I had nowhere else to put them. So moving on, another apple tree. Another apple tree. There's signs of growth on this, which is good. So this is our green gauge tree, and I did wonder whether it was okay, because the stem of it's like that. But this has also got buds on it, and it's suffered because up there is the hedge, the privet, which is sort of growing over it, along with all this stuff that we don't want. It's ivy. But when we did have some green gages a couple of years ago, they were absolutely delicious. So I'm hopeful that we'll get that. Well, I'm hopeful that the tree's okay, and that we'll be able to, that I'll be able to clear all this rubbish and give it a second chance, as it were. Another apple tree, and we got no apples at all off this last year, but the signs of life. I don't know whether it's a thing that apple trees have a year off or whatever. I mean, last year we had loads and loads of apples, but not off this tree. Now we've got the pear tree, very, very healthy looking, lots of buds on this, so that's looking good. Strawberries in this planter I made. I'm going to be covering this with stuff to keep the birds off. They arrived yesterday. And then this is the plum tree, which this is like a Victoria plum tree. Lots of buds on this. And then another apple tree. when I planted it, I should have remembered what it actually was. You know, what type of apple tree, but it don't matter. So in the polytunnel, which is currently 22 degrees, which is pretty good. I've got, what have I put in? I've put some parsnips in here. Don't expect them to do anything for a couple of weeks. These are overwintering onions, and I just didn't want to throw them away. Having had a bit of a disaster with the overwintering onions that are in the ground, I just thought, well, I'll stick them in the polytunnel and see what they do. This is what's the, oh right, yeah, at the back is lettuce, and this is red cabbage, and they've come up beautifully. Peas, I had a packet of peas. I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to try and grow some peas. And then these are carrots. Remember, I sifted the soil for these not so long back. And then here I've got some flowers, and I can't tell you what they all are, because I've got it written down somewhere, and I've just numbered them. So hopefully they'll come up. Again, I'm being careful because of cold nights, and I've started off with potatoes in tubs. These are the first earlies, and sometimes I wish I'd built this bigger, but never mind. You know, I wouldn't have had the growing area at the back there if I'd made this any bigger. So it'll have to. It's okay. It serves its purpose, and I'm pleased with it. Got some more strawberries down here, and a load of timber there that I've covered up to keep dry, because that's going to be another playhouse for our granddaughter. I'll just add that the playhouse is going to be in York, so I've got to move all this stuff up to York, plus all my tools. Tracey says she's going to film me building it. So, as usual, Tracey's been busy in the greenhouse, and here's what she's got up to.
Hey, it's Tracey, Pete's wife again. It's I'm going to just do a short thing on garlic. It's a horrible day. It's raining. Not very nice at all, but I'm in the greenhouse, and it is 22 degrees in here, so I'm in me shorts and me sleeveless top, so I'm quite happy about it. So, but I use garlic to grow garlic from store-bought garlics. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this. Okay, and that's just from the local supermarket, and I grow my garlic from that. I think there's people who wouldn't agree with that, but there's also, you know, let's make life easy. So I'm just going to show you how I do that. So first of all, I buy my garlic, and what I do then is I put it in the fridge for a couple of weeks, because garlic is one of those vegetables that needs to be overwintered, as it were. So like strawberries, like, you know, you really need to have them overwintered, and so to make a mock overwintering, I stick it in the fridge just for a couple of weeks, really. So this is my garlic. It's people are a bit funny about it. I just buy it from, I'll tell you, from Morrison's supermarket. This is a purple garlic, and it originates from Spain. They do say to watch out for garlics that come from like China and places like that, because they've been sprayed so as they won't sprout. And then obviously if they're not sprouting, they're not going to grow. But this is what I use, just any old garlic from the supermarket. Okay, so you can see what I've done. I've I can hear the cat, just couldn't see it. It's raining. Let me just get the cat in. Sorry about that. I just had to let the cat in because it's raining. Yes, I know, I can hear you. So what I've done is I've peeled my garlic, as you can see. As you can see, I've just peeled my garlic, got it into sections. And all I do is literally root down, tip up. Literally push it into the soil and maybe cover it over with a couple of a centimetre or so of earth. And the other, this is the thing I've always done. For some reason, and I don't really know why, I grow them in my kids' wellies from when they were little. I just stick a garlic in there and cover it over, water that. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. And that's all I do. And I come out with, each segment will give you a full bulb of garlic. It flowers, it looks nice, and I've done it for years. Now, a lot of people don't like this method. They say it's cheating, it's shop bought, so it's, you know, it's not natural, it's not, you know, but if you're buying garlic from the shop, you're eating that anyway, aren't you, really? So why not improve it? And to be fair, there's so many segments in the garlic. I use the other 3 in my cooking. I just that'll be in the spag bowl tomorrow, you know, and that's how it works. So I love it. Okay, so I'm doing sweet peas today, and I don't know if you can see in here, I've had the sweet peas soaking for 24 hours. Some say with warm water, but I'm not sure how you keep it warm for 24 hours. So I just let it go, you know. I've never had any trouble with sweet peas. I've been growing sweet peas for 30 years. 40 years, good grief, I hate it when I say that. 40 years. My dad used to grow them for my mum, and my dad was a real proper gardener, you know. He usually didn't plant anything that you couldn't eat, and although we didn't eat the sweet peas, he did grow them because it was my mum's favourite flower. So when my dad passed, I took over the sweet pea growing. When my mum passed, I continued. It's just something I do. Had them soaking for 24 hours, and it does actually tell you too that on the back of the packet, but my old dad used to always nick it. Can you just see? I just nicked them, and that's the reason you nick them and soak them, is because the outside of the seed, this brown, sorry, I'm not very in focus there, this brown seed, it's very, very hard, and if you don't soak them and you don't nick them, but maybe you don't have to nick them, but my old dad used to. So the reason you soak them is so that they get a chance of getting through that hard shell. So all I do is I just pop 4. And I'm using bigger, I don't know if you can see that, I'm using a bigger planter thing, and I just put 4 in, and then so I fill the top up. So all I do is I fill my little thing to the top, and then just gently pat it down, not hard, but just gently pat it down. Then I put 4 seeds in. I don't think you can really tell. Oh yeah, you can. I'm going to move those 2 because they're too close together. I put 4 seeds in, and I just cover the top with compost, water, keep it in the greenhouse, and then when your seedlings come through, again, discard anything that's a bit weak looking and keep them the more robust ones and set them on. Pete's made me an absolutely fabulous container. He's made it out of pallets. He's like the pallet king, really. He makes everything out of pallets, including tea sometimes. But he's so he's made me this absolutely fabulous container with a climbing frame behind it for my sweet peas to go in this year. I'm looking forward to that. I'll let you see them when they're ready.
Okay, that's all we've got time for this week. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. Stay safe, happy gardening, and we'll see you soon. Bye.